Hello friends and welcome back to the channel with me, Crispy. Join me as I take you through the Ranger Assessment Selection Program, or RASP for short, for the 75th Ranger Regiment. A tactical Milsim group for ARMA Reforger, formed and established to use and demonstrate real tactics, teamwork and communication amongst each other to create one of the most authentic and immersive Milsim experiences one can get involved with. When I first started playing tactical FPS games, I used to and still watch a lot of videos from Karmaka and Operator Drewski, and I was always envious of the fact they were able to participate in large-scale organised Milsim events with a whole group of people that knew exactly what was required from them and were able to all work with each other so fluidly. I wasn't aware that any of these kinds of groups existed in Oceania, and I thought that I would have to settle with just watching these types of videos and would never find myself involved in such a group, until the opportunity presented itself to join the 75th Ranger Regiment, in which has a dedicated Australian and New Zealand battalion. So Dersey and I hopped on to begin our initial RASP training to go from recruit to private. Before we get started, I'm not going to show everything that's involved in the training program, as I do think that it's an experience that should be had individually, but I did want to share some of my experiences with you, as if you're like me and you're thinking of joining a Milsim group, then hopefully this convinces you to do so. If you would like to join, then the link for the Discord will be below in my description. You'll also notice as well in the top right of my screen that my ping is ridiculously high. This isn't because I have Stone Age internet, it is in fact because it was hosted on an American server. So I thought I'd just to clear that up for you before everybody gets stuck into me in the comments. Now, like I said, this is a Milsim and it is very different to the style of games I usually play. With the Milsim, there is a chain of command and I guess a level of respect shown between the recruits and the cadre, or the officers in charge of the training. This is not a typical video from me, so if you're more into the run and gun stuff, then you might want to watch something else. However, if you've always been intrigued by Milsim, then stick around and hopefully this video will help you decide if it's for you. If you do enjoy the video, then please remember to subscribe and give it a like. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. With that said, let's get stuck into it.
Make sure it's even. Even out as best you can. There we go. Alright, they're even.
Alright, follow me up, guys. So as we can see here, guys, if you can't see, form a little gaggle. Form a little gaggle on me right now. We'll get you all to see them one at a time. Yeah, send. Just up here, boys.
Over here. Come on. Don't be afraid. We ain't gonna bite.
Don't be scared. Get in close. Come on. Come on. Alright, so what we can see here is the diamond formation. Alright. Diamond formation is great because, as you can see, on short halts we can use it as a all-round security posture, right? So one guy facing the 12, 3, 6 and 9, alright? That's instantaneous. Every man, so if we're patrolling the way I'm facing currently, your front man's just going to take a knee facing front, your right man's going to take a knee facing out to the right flank, left flank and rear, alright? Your left, you'll see the Ranger file, alright? One man stacked behind another, alright? And as I forgot to mention before, and I'll bring it up now, alright? The spacing in between each man is 10 to 15 meters, dependent on the terrain and the vegetation we're currently in, alright? So you want to try and keep it, you know, a decent distance in between yourselves while you're in scrub, as in behind you, alright? But when we're out onto, you know, main roads and things like that, and dirt roads, we try to keep it a bit more. That way, if one team gets engaged, or, you know, a couple of people get engaged, they're the only people in the fight, and then we can move everyone else out into different positions to engage the enemy, alright? So make sure we're maintaining at least a 15 meter spacing. I'll say at least 15, because then that way, you know, it sets a good standard for the rest of you. But Ranger file, as you see, is just a straight line, one behind another. Firing line, pretty straightforward, just a straight line, except you're advancing the way that I'm currently facing, or the way that you're facing, alright?
Go down to the checkpoint.
plain and simple, you can see how we would use this as a, you know, full frontage towards the enemy, right? And if you can envision it, I'll be standing roughly here, and then there'll be another team of 4 off to my right, your left. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yes, Cadre.
This is a staggered column. Alright, so as you can see, in front of me, there's a Ranger file, alright? And then to the left of them, they're intersecting each person, alright? You can see how if there's a road that runs down the middle here, right? This left-hand man's going to be left of the road, this right-hand man's going to be right of the road. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, Cadre.
Yes, Cadre.
Okay.
Affirmative, Cadre.
Alright, we'll move on to the next one and the final one, wedge formation. Alright. This one is one that you will use. Most SLs and TLs do use this formation, alright, as it affords great cover to both flanks, alright, with your gunner being solely out here by himself, alright. This gunner will be positioned to a side, so when the TLSL calls over what formation he wants, right, it'll be a left heavy or a right heavy wedge, alright. The left heavy and right heavy means gun, and left is the side he wants the gun on. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, Cadre. Yes, Cadre.
Alright, sweet. So from here, I need you guys to break up into teams of 4. Alright, do that now.
Let's not get too in depth, Stokesy. We'll leave it for platoon training. Go for it.
Yeah, I'll stay.
There we go. I just run them through one each.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Can you show me a wedge formation? Left heavy.
We should practice ours.
Yes.
Can you show me
Let's do the
a
diamond first.
staggered
Test
column?
that out.
Over here,
On
Jar
machine
Jar.
first? Okay. Sweet.
Stand by me. Yep, there you go. Perfect. Leave it like that.
You'll
That'll
have
do.
6 people as well.
And then
So
Joffrey,
look over
just
here.
over here, mate.
Jump in with these guys. You're going to do
Right,
a staggered
yeah.
column.
Joffrey here, yep.
And can I get you guys to do diamond formation?
Separate 15 meters.
Alright, so come up forward to raged. Alright. Stokesy on you, you can march them.
Let's go.
Bubble time. That means sprint.
Want them in two, keep their lines. The guys that are on the right side, you're standing behind. The guys that are on the left, the guys at the left are going to face me and crouch, and you guys at the back are going to stand above. So keep coming forward, Grey Fox. Bring that line forward so you're all in front of me. And make it nice and pretty, boys. First thing you guys are going to learn today is a jump count. Alright, we're covering airborne, so I'm going to run you through kind of the processes, and then you guys are going to use this later on. You're going to jump from the towers before we get into an operation here, and then from there you guys will do it in an op. Alright, so first thing you're going to learn is a jump count. In real life, this is used to know whether or not you need to pull your reserve chute or not. Here, that will not be a problem. The count when jumping from the tower, as well as jumping from any aircraft, will be 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4. At that pace, those exact words. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4. Alright, so I want 5 people at a time on top of the tower, once you guys got your chutes. Alright, so each row, 5 at a time. Cadres, as soon as the recruits start jumping off the tower, I want you guys to send up the next 5. Alright, they're going to be pretty quick, so let's get through this as fast as we can so the recruits can start their operation and shoot some shit.
The other tower, let's go.
Make sure the guys on the ladder can get up. Alright, yeah, there's plenty of room.
I want you guys over here, if you're not standing in the middle, so raged, rogue, I want you guys to line up on this side, alright?
Lawful,
So
stand in the middle here.
Rage, come over here. Yep. Oh shit.
Alright.
Alright, stand over here. Jeffrey, stand in between Rage. Rage, move forward and then stand behind Rage. Oh, yeah, that works. Alright. Jar Jar, I want you over here. Stand behind Rage.
Ready?
Ready? Would you like my mic on so you can hear me count? Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know how to hold,
Yes.
I do indeed.
Alright, send it.
Roger.
Start jumping.
1,000,
Jump.
2,000, 3,000, 4.
1,000,
Next one.
2,000, 3,000, 4.
Yep. Now,
Send it. Yep, we go.
Alright, next. Hot mic.
1,000,
Stay in the middle.
3,000, 4.
You're done. Come over here. Just
1,000, 2,000,
3,000, 4.
Next.
I'm ready.
you gotta tap.
Would you like us to get into 2 lines, sir?
Alright, go.
Yeah.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4.
Fuck. 3, 2.
My apologies.
Line up on the left car.
Markings on the map for you guys to get your brief. Cadre Ezekiel, do you want to explain to them what they're going to be doing?
Yes.
So we have a car coming. Do you want us to move off the road?
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, I got it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I got that. Alright, so...
Hey, Fox, that's not how you do it, boss.
I pressed the button, nothing happened.
Alright, recruits.
I can tell.
Open up your maps.
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Here's the service
The operation is really simple as follows. If you look on the town of Levy, where the drop zone is, I'll just give you where the town of Levy is. It is at 07447. 074 break 047. If you look north of that, there's a DZ and then there's an AA.
Please don't tell me
The
I can get into the
DZ
parachute.
is your drop zone. That's your mark point. We're going to
Why do I have to jump?
parachute in,
We could just bring
land in that DZ out in that open field, and where that AA is, that's going to be our rally point for when we land. Your mission is to move south,
Fuck you.
assault through the trees, as you can see by the arrow, the movement markers, and you are to then assault
mean the
through the town of Levy and engage any hostile
I
targets
hate
and
parachute
eliminate them,
jumping in this game.
neutralize them.
Yeah,
After you then push through Levy, you see that MSR,
I've been up
and
for
can one of you tell me what an
Damn
MSR is?
near
We just went over it.
25 hours now.
Main service road, sir.
Roger, main supply road, yeah, but that works too, yeah. That's that big yellow road. We're gonna then push south after we then take the town of Levy. We're gonna push down that main MSR in the yellow, and then as you can see, there's a flag. That's our graduation point. That's where we need to essentially follow the main MSR, take the ASR, and then wind up at graduate. Okay. Does everyone understand what they need to do?
Good copy. Copy that.
Now let's get these recruits geared up with some fucking guns and some shit like that. 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Get ready.
Get ready.
Outboard personnel, stand up.
Stand up.
Stands. Everyone stands? Yeah. Alright, hook up.
Hook up.
Check static lines.
Check static lines.
Check equipment.
Check equipment.
Sound off for equipment check.
Sound off for equipment check.
Alright. 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Stand by.
Stand by.
We have to land at the same plate.
Green light.
Green light.
Go.
Like
10, go. 3, 13, go. Fuck, I've lost
1,
count.
2,
12, go.
3.
Everyone else go.
So despite being able to master the jump in training, as you can see here, I come in a little too hot, come flying into the ground and break both my legs as soon as I land. Not a good start to the drill, but thankfully I was just knocked out for a little bit and was able to heal myself and get back into the fight.
Thank you.
Alright. Roger that, we go.
I'll be lost, man.
Wrong way.
Push south towards the trees. Push south. Stick together. Push south towards the trees.
Move.
This way.
Keep it up. guns up, guns up. Remember, we're assault.
Spread out. Do not bunch up.
10 to 15 meter spacing. Practice that firing line that we talked about before.
Contacts ahead.
In front of us here, that's essentially, I want you all to generally assault in that area, right? Engage these targets, clear them out.
Clear. One on the right. Oh fuck, I'm down. Let's push up.
Grab any recruits.
Follow me, I'm in a section. Move down the front of the lights.
Keep your distance.
Following. Check crossfire.
Pushing out. The other team is pushing out. What are you doing?
Yeah, let's push.
Let's move.
Cover left.
Let's go, violence of action, let's go.
Devil just got
Watch
shot.
left.
Position of his body.
Moving up.
Got it.
One person to a tent. You guys grab these things.
Cover.
Tents.
Russian voice.
Clear the tents.
Tents are cleared.
10-4.
Hey, somebody check out that shed right there.
10-4.
I'm coming.
Index.
Index.
Clear.
And that wraps up the exercise. I just want to apologise for the really annoying crackling sound halfway through the assault there. Not really sure what was causing that. My mic was working for most of the video, and then all of a sudden it just decided to create that static noise, so apologies for that. As you can see, I did take a hit from the enemy as I ran out of ammo from that Russian that was hiding around the corner. But fortunately, the medics were able to get me back up onto my feet. And whilst we drop our weapons here and get ready to receive our berets for our passing out parade, I do just want to thank you all for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you would like to join a Milsim group, then the link will be below in my description, as I said earlier. I do recommend joining the 75th Regiment. I've had a really good time with the training, and I learned a few skills as well, and some game skills with ARMA Reforger as well. Being fairly new to it, I'm not super savvy with it, but the officers in charge of training were really informative, and yeah, I learned a lot about not just the game itself, but skills you can utilize in real life as well. Next up, we'll be put into our platoons, and we'll go under further training as we prepare for our first operation in the coming weeks. So stay tuned for that. I'll continue to share the journey with you. But in the meantime, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.
Congratulations. Don't salute me. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.